The boy ran into the classroom, wanting to confess to the school beauty. However, he unexpectedly discovered that her wings were exposed, and he saw them. Both of them felt extremely awkward. The school beauty was actually a vampire. She shyly asked the boy if he had seen it and begged him to keep it a secret. The boy was curious. Didn't vampires turn to ashes when exposed to the sun? In fact, vampires only get sunburned. The boy's name was Asahi. He couldn't keep a secret, so his thoughts were always easily read by others, earning him the nickname the Sieve from his friends. But this kind of person also had a secret that no one knew. He liked Yuko. It was during one of his daydreams when Yuko turned around and looked at him. Asahi froze in place, unsure of how to respond, and then suddenly stood up and went crazy. Seeing Asahi break the class rules, the homeroom teacher grabbed him, ready to scold him. If it weren't for the class monitor pleading for him, Asahi would have been in trouble. After narrowly escaping, his friends asked him when he was going to confess to Yuko. It was then that Asahi realized that his long-hidden secret had already been discovered by his friends. However, because he was too shy to admit it, he didn't plan to confess now. His friends, upon hearing this, disagreed. After all, Asahi was their friend. They encouraged him to remember the grievances he had endured from the class monitor and, with this experience in mind, suggested that he confess now.
黒峰朝日よ、率直に言おう。悪いが、私のことをジロジロ見るのはやめてほしい。私にその気は全くないのだから。だいたいまだ告白とかしてないのに。誰か早くタオルを。試合を止めて。
So, Asahi decided to confess immediately, and what followed was the scene at the beginning of the story. When Yuko asked if he had seen anything, Asahi could only shake his head and say no.
いやいやいや、本当。今日だってずっと何も見てないから。
その顔が見た言うとるよ。
Since it had already been discovered, Yuko revealed the truth to Asahi. She was actually a vampire. However, Asahi was not surprised upon hearing this. Yuko started to wonder, didn't he fear vampires? Asahi said that Yuko looked very cute this way, but Asahi didn't realize that by confessing, he had caused trouble. Yuko had made an agreement with her father that if anyone discovered her true identity, she would have to change schools. She thought they were going to part ways, but in the end, it was nice to have met Asahi. To make Yuko stay, Asahi promised that although he could never hide anything, this secret would remain with him no matter what happened.
だから白神陽子さん、俺と友達になってください。
For Yuko, who had always been lonely, this gesture worked wonders.
俺なんか変なこと。
黒峰くん、その私なんかでええなら喜んで。
こうして俺、嘘や隠し事のできない穴猿こと黒峰朝日は絶対に誰にも言えない秘密を持ってしまった。